Hello and welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Future podcast, Arsenal Future show stream. I wish I could go live, but we're not ready to go live yet because we've only got 21 subscribers. Please, my people, please subscribe, hit a like on this video, and do subscribe on your way out if you're able to do so. Be much appreciated. Anyway, we're here to bring, I hope you're all alright out there, by the way, and everyone's feeling good. And if you're on the way to the match, Arsenal versus Wolves, which we're here to talk about today, please go with safety and enjoy yourselves and not cause any trouble for yourselves or for anybody. Okay, it's very cold out there now, so do wrap up warm. And if you've got nowhere to go after the match, just go straight home. I'm like that parent who's telling their child, if you're going out, go out and come back in one piece. Anyway, hope you get, I mean well, because I love you all. Anyway, today we're playing Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates Stadium, and we're in good form. And I haven't done any previews for a while. I do apologise for that, but I'm going to make up for it around the festive period when there's no games. We're also due for winter break as well. I heard in January. So when there's a lot of space, and once I'm not working or I'm not too busy, I'll come on here and do some up-to-date videos about the season so far and go through those games that we didn't cover. We've covered a lot of games, but there's still a few games we haven't covered, like the last 3 or 4 games. We haven't covered them and reviewed them, and we're going to try and go through game by game if we can. Anyway, this is a quick video because I've got some washing to do. See, I'm always busy. And it should be a good game. It won't be easy because we won 6-0 in the week against Lens in the Champions League. And really, in Europe, a lot of people are saying that we look more equipped to play in Europe than we are in the Premier League. Or than we do in the Premier League. And I think that's because teams, whenever they play against us, because we carry a fair factor now, because we're one of the best teams in the country again. We haven't been that for about, nearly 20 years. But we're getting back to how we were under Wenger, when Wenger was winning titles and so on. During the Invincible period and just before that as well. And even in the George Graham years when we won titles, we're getting that fear factor back again. It's taken almost 20 years to get that. And so teams are coming to the Emirates with a low block. They're coming and putting a lot of men behind the ball, or they're setting up a lot more defensively against us. So when we're attacking them, there's a lack of space to penetrate. And that's what we're finding in the Premier League. In Europe, not so much, because a lot of teams in Europe, they play a lot more open. They play a more expansive form of football. And that's very good for us, because with our attacking players, we're able to get through their defence and break the lines a lot more easily. I do have a feeling we're going to concede a goal today. I don't know why. We're due to concede a goal. I think Arteta's definitely tightened up the back. But I think Wolves might get a goal. I'm gonna go for 3-1 Arsenal. I think that was my scoreline last week. I actually did the Brentford video, but when I was trying to upload it, it wouldn't have it. My phone wouldn't have it. So that's why there was no video for last week's game, no preview of last week's game in our 1-0 win at Brentford. But I'm going to cover that and some of the other games we haven't covered. As I said earlier in the stream, that I'm going to definitely cover those. I'm going to do a review of the season so far around when the time of the break, or I do it around the festive period when there's not a lot of action. But there's games on Boxing Day. We're playing on the 28th as well. I think we're playing West Ham, I think, on the 28th. So, I'm gonna find a day and a time, and then just do. I won't do a whole. I'll try and do. It may be of all of catching up which we haven't done, which we should have done before, or I might break it up into small pieces. Maybe do one here, one there, and so on. So you get the full essence, or so you get the games more. So you get the coverage more individual rather than as a collective. If you see what I mean. Anyway, so I'm going for 3-1 Arsenal. I'm not sure who'll score the goals. I've got a feeling that I'm going to go... should I have a punt? Okay, I'm going to go... Saka will score 2. I'm going to go for 2 for Saka. And I'm going to go 1 for... Who am I going to go? Saka 2 and Martinelli. Yeah, 2 for Saka and 1 for Martinelli. That's what I'm going to go for. So 3-1. I'm not sure who'll score for them. They've got a lot of injuries, Wolves. They've got Pedro Neto out. I think he's out until the new year. And they've got some other players. And so, but Wolves do actually quite well against the top teams. They're beating Manchester City. They should have beaten Manchester United in the first game of the season at Old Trafford, but they got conned by VAR. And then they beat Spurs a few weeks ago as well. I can't remember, have they played Chelsea? Not sure. Not sure if they played Liverpool, but they've beaten Liverpool before at their place. But they're beating us at our place as well, and they're beating us at their place up at Molineux. But I think this is a different Arsenal. I'm hoping that we can definitely go out there and get the win, because if we get the win, we're 4 points clear of Manchester City, and they play Spurs tomorrow afternoon at the Etihad. Spurs have got a good record against Manchester City in the last sort of like 6-7 years, but this is a different team now. And when I say different team, Manchester City have always been brilliant for the last sort of decade or so, but Pep, they've drawn the last 2 games, and I don't think Pep is going to really galvanise them. And there's going to be a lot of teacups thrown. So I think they'll get the win. I'm going to go 5-2 Manchester City tomorrow. I think they'll hammer Spurs. But I think Spurs will score a couple of goals, because I think City can be got at. But the only thing with City, their midfield is so strong, their transition is so strong, and their attack, even if Haaland misses 3 or 4 chances a game, you know what, more likely than not, he's going to come up with a goal eventually. They've got goals all over the pitch as well. So I'm going to go 5-2 Manchester City, and I think we'll score 3 today, and I think 3-1 Arsenal today. Anyway, my people, I was trying to look for the team, because kickoff is in just under an hour's time. It's now what, 10 past. It's now 10 past 2 now. So another 15 minutes to go before the kickoff. I was trying to look for it on Google, but I can't find it. But if I do find it, instead of putting up my predicted team, I'll pull up the actual official team. Okay, so look out for it somewhere during the video. It might pull it up here now, or we'll see. Well, when we edit this video, we'll try and pull it in the video as itself. So you take care out there, and I'll speak to you soon. Adios.